episode of Saturday Night Cinema. As always, I am your host, Sawyer Saintson. And tonight we're continuing with the month of April as Resurrection, right? You know. So tonight we're talking about Flesh Eater. Yeah. So it also went under a different name, Revenge of the Living Dead. So initial release date was October of 1988. It was directed by Bill Heinzman for a budget of $60K. Yes, that's right. $60,000. Now, the reason why I say this, guys, okay, if you don't know who Bill is, because I was like, okay, who is this? So his very first acting role, he was the cemetery zombie in Night of the Living Dead. He also, I think, did the Crazies. I think he was in the Crazies. But so he wanted to basically play the cemetery zombie again, right? So he got up the money and directed Flesh Eater, I'm sorry. And what can I say about this low budget film? So first off, let's just start at the beginning, right? So picture it, Halloween in the 80s, right? We have college children going on a hayride where they basically just drop you off in the middle of nowhere. And the dude is like, hey, so I can go back for you at midnight or in the morning, you pick. And they just tell him like, hey, come back at midnight and then we'll let you know. But hey, also, can you bring us some booze? Because they going through the alcohol quick. But so like as like this little weird thing is going on, right? A man is pulling up a random stump in the ground with his tractor, and then he finds this grave with a big old pentagram marker on it. And of course, he's like, oh, damn college kids. I don't know why we always gotta blame the college kids. I don't know. But so then he moves it. And then there's also like this little thing of like, it's like ruby stone pretty much that's like got something etched in it that's basically like, beware the dead, blah, 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 zombie stuff. But like an idiot, he doesn't pay any attention to any of this, right? And our cemetery zombie, good looking in a suit, all nice and dressed up, pops out and, we've got our first kill. Like I said, college kids, they start getting picked off one by one. They, like, as they're trying to run away, they come upon this, farmhouse. Like an idiot, they take in one of the ones that got bit by a zombie in there, and, she turns, and they're all fucking gone. Except for two, because two of them didn't get into the basement, or get into the house, so they went into the basement, and they just kind of, like, chilled out there, Oh, and then there were two that went to the barn to try to, like, they were the ones that couldn't even wait. Like, as soon as they got off the hayride, they were, like, making out. Like, immediately. Could not keep their hands off each other. Yeah, well, he, like, zombie, like, shoves his hand into this woman's, like, chest and, pulls out some vital organs and pitchforks him into some hay. So, don't have sex in a barn, I guess. I don't know, guys. some survivors, you know, the 2 survivors that we got in the basement, they get out, they go to this other person's house, and they're like, hey, like, there's some crazy stuff going on, we don't know what's up. And then, like, the woman and the guy there, like, get murdered. Everywhere that they keep, like, going, like, it's just bad stuff follows. The police get called out, they come, the policeman gets, you know, completely mauled by zombies. It's Halloween night, and some random people that just happen to live really close to that farmhouse area, you know, they're getting ready. You know, this beautiful family, a mom, 2 kids, some random person named Susie that I still don't know how she's connected to this family. I don't know if she's like some kind of live-in babysitter or something. I don't know. But we get to see her naked in the shower. Like full frontal. Full bush and everything, guys. And then we watch her blow dry her hair for longer than what it should have been because she didn't even actually get her hair wet in the shower. So I don't know why she was blow drying her fucking hair. Anyways, Mr. Cemetery Man. Ding dong. First off, they live really far out from anybody, so I don't know why they thought that they were getting trick-or-treaters. Second off, the little girl's like, Mommy, I want to do it. I want to see what they look like. So she sends her daughter off by herself to answer the door. And Mr. Cemetery Man picks that child up real quick and eats her. And then, you know, the mom comes out and she's like, oh, Heidi! And then she gets attacked. And then the brother gets attacked. And then Susie can't hear any of this that's going on. She's, you know, actually the brother tries to run out the front door or the back door, and then he gets attacked by somebody else. Susie's blow drying her hair, so she doesn't hear anything that's going on, right? And so he's able to like get upstairs without her even knowing and starts like attacking her. And by like the magic of movies, this girl is wearing a towel and she keeps it on like the whole time that she's trying to fight off a zombie. And I can't even walk to the kitchen with my towel like on. You know, my towel's always trying to fall off. So to keep it on during a struggle, it's pretty good. But you know, he gets her, you know, and starts like, you know, like rips off her towel, starts like, you know, biting at her chest. I mean, in any other circumstance, it'd be like, ooh, but not old man zombie. It's just kind of gross. Anyways, the dad gets home and he's like, Susie, because he just assumes that his wife has taken the kids, you know, to trick or treat. And then the husband gets attacked by his family zombies and naked Susie zombie. Y'all, we see a lot of Susie. Yeah, so 2 surviving kids from the hayride, right? They go into this barn where there is high school students throwing a party, and they're just like, the drunk guy who's doing the party is like, ooh, you know, drunk, not like, you know, really doing anything. It's just like stupid. Well, so, you know, the zombies have followed them there, and so now all the high school students are getting killed. But these 2 escape artists, they're really good at not getting killed. They hide in like a little, like, I don't know, hidden door storage area, I don't know, of this barn. I'm not a farmer. I don't know barns. I don't know the technical whatever of it. So they stay in there for like overnight, right? Well, so now that there's so much like commotion about these zombies and everything, right? The sheriff now has the worst put together militia I've ever seen in my life. It's just like, it's like they went like, hey, everyone who owns a gun but doesn't necessarily know how to aim it, like, meet us at these coordinates. Because I mean, the sheriff literally tells them, like, shoot them in the freaking head, and they keep shooting everywhere but the head. Like, it's ridiculous. Anyways, so we go killing zombies. Bam, 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 bam. Killing zombies. Boom, 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 right? So one of the guys is like, no, that's my daughter, don't shoot her. And then like one of his friends is just like, bah. Like, sorry about your luck, dude, but she ain't your daughter no more. And then there's another guy that was in Night of the Living Dead. Don't know what his name is. Don't know what his character name was in there. I don't think he had one. He was just kind of like, you know, what was it? Oh, a pose shooter. That's what I called it. Pose shooter. You know, he's like posing for the camera, you know. So they see the two college kids coming out. They think they're safe, and they just been talking about how like they want to get married and they want to go away from here. They just want to start over, fresh start, right? They're walking out, and well, the Mr. Sharpshooter doesn't realize that they're not zombies, and bam, headshot to the girl. You know, and the guy's like, no, like, you know, whatever, like, hey, you know, trying to yell out that they're not, you know, the same as the others. And then he gets, boom, headshot. Yeah. I was really kind of sad. I was like, oh, damn. They try their hardest all movie not to be killed by zombies, and they get headshotted because they're mistaken for zombies, which they shouldn't have been. They weren't acting like weird or anything. They just literally walked out of a barn. Oh, but so the sheriff has a brilliant idea to just set the whole fucking barn on fire. Just burn it down. So the fire chief, like, you know, they come out and they're doing a controlled burn. And you can hear zombies moaning, yelling, I don't know, some weird noise that they were making. And so the sheriff comes back out the next day. He's going through the wreckage. Like, he sees like all these burnt zombie bodies that are now like I mean, they're not moving. They look like they're fully dead now. But lo and behold, he hears noise. He goes to investigate it. And what happens? Oh, damn, man, that cemetery zombie. Guess what? He's too smart for you guys. He didn't die. So he attacks the sheriff. And in the movie. So, I mean, listen, I understand that they didn't have very much of a budget. And I also understand that this movie was only made because the director wanted to replay a zombie. Not even, like, listen, the only connection, okay, the only connection that this makes to the Night of the Living Dead is the fact that there are zombies and it happens in Pennsylvania. But there's not like anything else that would make you think like Night of the Living Dead. Like, if I watched that, I wouldn't go, oh, cemetery zombie from Night of the Living Dead. I wouldn't have done that unless I knew about it beforehand, and which I did. And then I was like, oh, I mean, who reburied this guy? Who reburied this zombie? Like, anyways, it was annoying. This had less of a budget than Night of the Living Dead. Guys, much less of a budget than Night of the Living Dead. It was, I don't know. I mean, it's free on Tubi, so if you want to, go watch it. It's not that good. It's kind of so bad that it's good. I guess that's really what I should say. It's fun to make fun of some stuff. Like the one girl that I said like died in the barn, you know, with her like chest popped out. So, I mean, we see him go inside of her, right? We see him like go inside of her. But miraculously, in zombie form, even though her shirt's wide open the whole time and she's in her bra, she like doesn't have any kind of wound, like gaping wound here when she comes back as a zombie. Now, last time I checked, zombie wounds didn't heal like that. I don't know. But like there was just like some like red makeup on her stomach. So again, I understand. Didn't have much of a budget, but come on now. Anyways. Okay, so next week, we're doing one of the Deads. You know, there's like Day of the Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Land of the Dead. I'm doing one of the Deads. I just haven't picked which one yet. Because I'm like, do I go with the one that I wanted to do last month for Betrayal and I didn't end up doing it? Or did I want to go with the one with John Leguizamo in it? Usually I lean very heavy to Leguizamo because I love him. He's so great. Anyways, I guess you're just gonna have to keep an eye out for which one I do next. You guys have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you right back here next weekend. All right, bye.